Yeah, what are you up to?
Oh, just relaxing. Just lying down.
Oh, yeah?
You wanted to just went out with Kim? Yeah. Were you home?
Yeah, I got home last night.
Yeah. How's it go, alright?
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah. Did you follow up on that, all this stuff with Roddy and everything? That was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
So what'd you do? What happened? How'd you... The last time you talked to me, you said you were getting a few guys like Cormier and a few fellas.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about hockey like we always do, right?
Who's we?
Just like me and Terry, a couple of dudes, right?
Yeah.
And talking about senior hockey, and then someone put up an old Bleacher Creatures hat, see?
Yeah.
And I tagged Roddy's wife in it, and I said, show this to Rod, right? And then once I did that, then we sort of started talking about Rod, right? And then she went into the St. Pat's, and the next day she wrote me and told me that she showed it to Rod, and all the comments where we were talking about the hockey and shit at the stadium, and he was just smitten with it, right?
Yeah.
And so I sort of got the idea of I could do a page up for Roddy, and everyone could come in and leave a comment about a memory or something, just to say hi or how they know him or met him or a memory they had from him at the stadium.
Is that on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so I shared it with a bunch of people that I knew, right? And then I sort of got on the whole... I messaged like Stan Henniger and Hilton Ruggles and Dave Mack. And
Did you think they'd ever answer you?
not really.
Oh, okay. How'd you get their address in there?
Well, I just searched them up and found them, right?
Really? Okay. Yeah.
And so Henniger was like so awesomely nice, right?
Yeah.
And he just started writing me back and then telling me that he lived in Saskatchewan and he comes to Alberta all the time. He's got his sister-in-law here, and next time he came, he'd like to meet up with me, right?
Yeah, really?
Yeah, and then just kept going on, and you know, talking about the hockey, and he was just in love with it, right? And he just...
You tell him we used to go over games?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And then I sent him videos of him and Robert's fighting, and...
Yes, what? Yeah.
And then he went into the actual page and he left a big message for Rod, right?
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
And then, you know, and then people just kept commenting. And then, so his daughter printed off all the stuff that was on it and brought it into him last week sometime, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, and I was sending Stan like the pictures of... There's a picture of the Caps team, right, when they won the Herder, and with Hilton Ruggles in it, and then I wrote Hilton, see, and I wasn't sure if it was him, to be honest, right, because it was not very, he didn't have very much stuff on it, right?
Yeah, in France, I think he is, yeah.
So I just wrote him, and I said, hey, are you the Hilton Ruggles that played with St. John's Caps at the Memorial Stadium back in the 80s? And then he wrote me back right away, and he was like, hey, Glenn, yes, so that is me, and... So then I started talking to him and sending him pictures of the old Caps teams, and there was a picture of them going around with the Herder at the stadium, and he was in it, and he wrote me back, and he was like, oh, dude, I just love these pictures. I'm so glad you sent them to me, right? And then just started talking to him like he was one of the boys, right? And so he wrote Roddy, and Stan wrote Roddy, and then I got a hold of Dave Math, and I got a hold of Cormier, and they both accepted the invite to the page, but they haven't wrote them yet.
Okay, yeah.
And then Robbie Forbes and Mike Mealy and Billy Walsh and Barry Taylor and
What about Brian?
can't find them.
Okay, yeah.
And Ed Kersey from Corner Brook wrote them. And so she brought in all the stuff, printed it all off on paper and the pictures, and blew them all up and brought them into him. And he was just, you know, he's had like 3 or 4 strokes, right? You know, when you look at him, he doesn't look like he's in good shape, but he is, right?
Is he in there because he needs care? Or what?
Yeah, he's... So, they put up a couple of videos of Roddy in the bed, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, boys, I'll never forget you. I'll never forget you, even when I'm gone. I'll never forget you. And then another video of him like, I tried watching the hockey, boy. I tried watching it. I went down to a couple of those Montreal farm team games, boy. Just not the same, boy. I just don't like it. I can't watch it anymore. It's just not the same anymore. And so and he just loves it, right? Which was the whole point of doing it. So, you know, it gives him something to, you know, I keep saying to all these people, look, he put a smile on everyone's face in the city at some point in time. Now it's a chance for us to give back to him and put a smile on this man's face, you know, and it's, you know, I'm glad I did it. So.
You get a hold of Mark Maguire, because that would be a great thing for TV, wouldn't it? Mark, on the Mark.
Oh, Marky Dwyer, yeah. He
Mark, I mean, that would be great for one of his shows, wouldn't it? On the Mark.
It would. I don't know.
Oh, why wouldn't it?
I don't know if Roddy'd want to do it.
Why not?
I don't know. He might. I don't know if he'd want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, because he's just. I mean, he's a figment of what he was, right?
Just give him what you got, you know. Like,
Yes, I guess, right?
You wouldn't have to go on TV or anything. Don't get me wrong.
No, yeah.
Just give him what you got, you know, like the story, right? Give him the story, you know.
Yes, you know what?
One of these guys jumped on the van, you know, jumped in and.
He might do it because there's an actual video that I got on the site, and it's of Mark. It's Mark Dwyer's video from when the stadium shut down.
Yeah.
The closing of the stadium. He had like part 1 and part 2.
The